with the big label of polycystic ovarian syndrome. What it means usually is they meet 2 out of 3 criteria to diagnose this type of syndrome. And a lot of times they have irregular periods, heavy bleeding, infertility among the symptoms. Sometimes sometimes they have the polycystic ovaries, like a lot of cysts on the ovaries, but basically almost everyone has a lot of follicles that are developing before the ovulation, because it's not just one follicle that develops to produce an egg or really produce and release an egg. It's a lot of follicles do this same job, and then during ovulation, one follicle is the heading follicle that bursts out and develops into the full-formed egg. So polycystic ovarian syndrome is a scary diagnosis, especially if you're trying to get pregnant, or you're trying to have regular expected periods, or if you're super miserable during the 7 to 14 days before the period, or you don't even know when your period will come. What is the connection with the thyroid hormone? Thyroid hormone thyroid hormone basically it governs a lot of processes in our bodies, and one of the processes is the reproduction. It governs sex hormones such as estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone in women and men. So if your thyroid hormone is out of whack, your sex hormones will be out of whack too. And you may develop too much testosterone if you're genetically predisposed to that. So the symptoms would be hair loss, unwanted hair in the areas that you really don't want hair to grow, right? And then irregular periods is one of them, and polycystic ovaries on the ultrasound, if you happen to do the ultrasound at that point. That's one cause that, no matter what you do, yes, symptomatically you can improve the symptoms by going on the pill, but the pill also is a band-aid. It covers up the symptoms. It doesn't help to get to the cause of why is it going, why is it happening. One other cause is the blood sugar dysregulation. So when we have blood sugar spiking all over during the day, up and down, so testosterone will increase too. What happens with every meal that has carbohydrates and even protein, we spike our blood sugar. So we used to recommend the diet that was for diabetes, for example, to eat 5-6 small meals every couple hours a day. So what happens if you eat every 5 meals a day, or 6 meals, or 3 big meals and 3 snacks a day? Your blood sugar will go up and insulin will go up, and it will go down at the same time, and then you crash. And then even before you recovered from that crash, you have a snack again. Amazing. Now we're spiking blood sugar and insulin. I feel like everything we were telling our patients, a lot of things were wrong. So now we're reconsidering the strategy with the diet, and that's why so many different diets are helping people, like keto or low carb diet, or a paleo diet, or vegetarian good quality diet that's not carbitarian but vegetarian diet. I mean, any diet is better than standard American diet full of pizzas and fast food and no vegetables. So that's my take on the polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I only covered 2 of the possible causes, 2 out of 4 possible causes for polycystic ovarian syndrome. Can you share the experience with you? Have you been struggling with the PCOS yourself? And another interesting tidbit, so if you've ever been diagnosed with PCOS and you saw a doctor for fertility treatment, sometimes doctors or even OBGYNs put you on metformin. Well, why does it work? It works to regulate period because it works with blood sugar dysregulation. But it also depletes lots of minerals and nutrients, vitamin B12. It impairs mitochondrial function. So there are a lot of, and also can have such unpleasant side effects as diarrhea, gas, bloating, and some people can't tolerate it at all. So, but miraculously, if you took metformin and you got pregnant, that's That's why it happened, because it worked with the blood sugar dysregulation. At the same time, there was used to be limited advice on the diet, but now I'm happy that we're getting forward and getting more and more information on what diets work best for what kind of conditions. And unfortunately, those conditions take time to develop, and also it takes time to get out of those conditions and put those diseases into remission. So if you have any question, please let me know, and I welcome you to join my group, where I'm gonna be sharing more and more different tidbits. The link is below in the comments. Let me know if it was helpful, and have you been diagnosed with PCOS? Because I was told at some point that I may have PCOS, but at the same time, I had only one sign: low progesterone and high estrogen in the luteal phase of the cycle. So just don't go off by one symptom. If you're in doubt, definitely ask someone knowledgeable what can be done to reverse your symptoms. Okay, bye.